Hello.
Welcome. Shooting the shit, Better Call Saul discussion.
Woohoo! Episode was called Hero.
Episode 4. Hero.
I can be your hero, baby. I'm Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah. Just for one day.
We talked last week about how everything ends with O.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah, I
they're
didn't
gonna break
notice
the
that.
trend next week.
I thought everything was
Oh,
just
why?
gonna... Really?
It's not. It's called something.
His boss is shocked.
I thought everything was just going to be one word titles.
That's
I
what
didn't
I
know
thought.
it
I
had
was
to
like,
be
oh, that's
ending
cool.
with an O too.
Well, the show
pretty
sucks.
harsh.
Obviously, it sucks now.
Maybe one's called Zero.
I'm waiting for that.
The next episode after this one is Alpine Shepherd Boy.
Oh. See? They kept with it.
I don't
Boyo.
think so.
Let me move this.
I don't think that's true.
That's what it is.
I don't agree.
Boss refuses to
What is
believe
that?
you.
Wiki?
Yeah, there's a Wikipedia.
Probably wrong.
There he is.
Bob Odenkirk in a silly hat
Nice
on
hat.
the Wikipedia. It's a nice little fedora.
Yeah, this week's episode was Hero, directed by Colin Buxey, who did directed a few episodes of Breaking Bad.
Ah.
Colin Boxy likes the Foxy.
Written by Jennifer
And he
Hutchison.
just announces that when he walks into the room. My name's Colin Buxey and I like to foxy.
Oh, hey everybody!
Right.
Don't forget.
Does anybody have a problem with that?
Oh,
I hope not, or they're going to get the Buxy in the butt.
what
I
the
am Buxing
Boxy?
round.
The Buxy in the bum.
The opening to this episode, for some reason, it reminded me of Mr. Show. Because it seemed like a Mr. Show
Really?
sketch was happening. These two drunk idiots leaving a bar. No, but it was an awesome opening. Like
When
he's,
that guy stood up behind Saul,
Yeah.
I was
thought he was
like,
gonna
oh, fuck.
deck him.
I know, I thought I was like, he doesn't even know he's up.
Yeah.
And then he put his arm on him, and they're like, yeah,
Right.
score. Oh, my God. I also, you got to find out where Saul Goodman came from.
Mm-hmm.
Saul Goodman.
It's all good,
Saul
man.
Goodman.
Oh, I
Saul
didn't get your
Good.
name. Saul. Saul? Yeah, Saul Goodman. Ha. That's hilarious.
I wonder if Bob Odenkirk made that up.
I don't think so.
No?
No. I remember him talking about Breaking Bad. He said that's like everything is script. Like he was very on script. I know
Yeah,
with
there
a
was-
lot of stuff. Like he didn't just
Yeah.
put his own improv lines in. I mean, he obviously added tons to the.
There's the
he-
interview I was telling you about where they're talking to Bob Odenkirk on some UK XFM station, and he was saying like Vince Gilligan and the other writers were during the last season of Breaking Bad were already coming up with Saul's story, and they weren't sure is it going to be like a half-hour show where it's like there's a new client every week, or is it going to be purely comedy? He said they had huge charts, and they were mapping it out already. Tried to get the name on the guy. Why is everyone so quiet?
waiting for a cue here.
I tried to get the name on the
Bob
guy.
Odenkirk.
Well, they go down this
No improv.
alleyway. Saul is. You don't assume he's scamming this guy. You just think
Jimmy.
he's some drunk guy he just met at a bar and they're buddies.
That's kind of what I just
he's.
thought. And then
I thought that was like an old friend and he was gonna
Yeah,
die
me
or
too.
something.
Yeah.
It's just some guy he met. I had no idea that.
You're teaching him how to howl. 'Cause
right when you complete during
Pop the
sex.
cork.
Yeah, pop the cork. Yeah, completion.
I have to remember that.
You howl, not in their ear.
They make plans to go to this other place because 2 a.m. and there's nothing going on in this crappy
this place
town.
sucks.
They go down an alley. They find a wallet. They look at it. The guy looks at the name. They hold on the name for a while. So I paused it because I thought it would be important. All I got was NRY, and the last name is Gondorfe.
I was trying to read the name too because I thought it was somebody from the series, from the Breaking Bad series.
Right.
And I was like, I couldn't tell. I couldn't make out the name or anything like that at all. So I just moved
It's
on.
the same guy from the end
Okay.
of the episode, right?
End of. No,
This
that's not
no?
the same.
Same-
No,
different guy?
No, that's
different guy.
I think
I
that's
thought maybe he lost weight.
No,
different guy.
it's like because
Same
that
guy.
guy's like Hispanic, more Hispanic looking. This guy was
Yeah.
whiter
All right.
looking.
No, but I was gonna say when he's getting his suit tailored and stuff, that guy looks so much like Chuck that it threw me for a little bit.
Oh yeah, the English
Did he look
guy.
a lot like Chuck?
Yes, of course.
Maybe for like Michael McKean. You mean like his brother Chuck?
Mother of pearl.
I
Yeah.
didn't see that. I didn't think
Really?
that when I saw it anyway.
Like after he has like a little mustache, obviously it's a different character. But
yeah.
at first I was like, "Wait, what's going on
well,
here?"
obviously, that'd be hilarious if it was Michael McCann, but he's
Playing
not.
two
It's not
roles.
Chuck at all. He's actually playing another role.
So basically, in
He's
his
just
past,
insisting upon being the suit guy.
I must sell
I'm
him suit.
I always wanted to play a tailor.
Yes.
This is a dream of mine.
That's fine. Saul's past, he was going around scamming people. That's how he made his living.
Yeah.
Which leads,
con.
right into the future area.
Future area. You know what's funny? Because when I saw that, how do you?
Future area.
Jeez.
I
I don't
To
know.
the
It's
present.
like, read more better. So
Present time.
I'm getting older. It's
I
hard
thought-
words good.
yeah.
I'm turning it to Charlie.
I thought he really did get scammed there. Like, he looked so sad. When
Yeah,
the
that's
guy
what I
walked away
loved.
And he said, "See you, sucker." And I was like, "Oh fuck!" And I was like, "This is like another thing that shapes Saul's character and
Right.
why he's like, I'm not going to get taken anymore. I'm not going to be taken advantage anymore." And that's why he becomes this
Yeah.
sleaze guy. But he already is the sleaze.
Yeah, what
It
I
was-
love,
I couldn't believe
that
it.
is such a great example, like, just great writing. Like, I remember that with Lost, too. Something would happen, and in your head, it's like, oh, this is definitely going to happen. And it throws you, no, it's this.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, so that's what happens. And then, no, it throws you this way.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, you feel stupid,
Hold on
but then
one
you
second.
like it.
Hold on a second.
What?
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
The opening scene for...
What shapes him?
No, he's scamming people.
What?
No,
Oh.
I said when the guy runs off with the watch,
Yeah.
Bob Odenkirk
Yeah.
is looking there, and he looks like dejected. He
Oh.
looks like, and the guy says, "See ya, sucker," and then
Right.
it looks like Bob Odenkirk just realized that he got scammed.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my god, I couldn't believe it." And so I thought,
Oh,
in that
you
moment,
thought-
this isn't another event that shapes
Right,
his character
right, no.
to on the path to him becoming the Saul
Yeah,
Goodman
okay.
we know from
I
Breaking
get
Bad.
it.
But then you realize that he scammed the other
The
guy.
other thing I love, too, is, like, I was getting the sense, like, he's becoming a good actor, and then when he's filming the commercial, then he starts directing.
yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I thought
And
that
what's
was just
funny,
like a
even
nice touch.
there in the commercial, I thought, I thought he was like not doing a great job, and then it took me a minute to realize
It was the
like,
same exact
what
thing.
he was doing.
No, but you know what
and
the genius of this
he was
is?
acting like not like a slick kind of lawyer guy because he was trying to look like a victim.
Right.
But I didn't pick up on that right away. It took me like like a little bit of watching him, and I was like, oh my god, this.
Yeah, what I love is, like, the way he's scamming people in the show. That's the same exact way the audience feels. He's tricking us.
Yeah.
As it's happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great show, man.
I'm telling you, this show is fucking amazing. I mean, I've been watching Breaking Bad too because my wife is into it now.
Oh,
I know
good.
recently we were talking about how she couldn't get into it. She got to the part where Walter goes into Tuco's, penthouse thing or whatever, and like throws the stuff down on the ground, and the explosion
Yeah.
happens. That like changed her opinion. Then
Oh,
she was
yeah?
into it. Yeah,
She wants to see more chemistry.
yeah, she loves.
So did I. I
chemistry.
didn't really
Yeah.
get too much more though. I was kind of disappointed about that.
But-
there's not many. Apparently, there's not many magic tricks out there except the fulminate.
Chemistry? Oh, this guy. You don't get the
know
magic of
anything.
chemistry,
Yeah, you
dude.
don't get carbon.
I don't know.
Carbon.
You see that video
Fulminate.
where the guy pours in the substance into the clear
it
liquid,
peaked
turns it
at
Did you ever
black?
fulminate.
see somebody put a Mentos into a bottle of Diet Cola?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
chemistry!
Breaking Bad!
Yeah!
Better Call Saul!
Anyway, I almost have been
Oh,
liking
man.
Better Call Saul better than I have Breaking Bad.
Well,
I've
this
been rewatching
is what
it.
I've been trying to figure out. Because I would say the same thing.
Yeah.
But I think it's almost because I've missed the Breaking Bad universe
Yeah.
for such a long time.
Yeah.
And now that it's back and we're getting more stories and information and brilliant writing, I'm just so happy about that I think that might be confusing me. I need to see how the whole show
Yeah.
plays
also,
out.
so far, this isn't as like intensely dark as
Yeah.
Breaking Bad was so. It was so
Yeah.
dark. It was so intense. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it was so heavy.
Yeah.
This has a lot going on like that,
I'm waiting for
but
those.
it's a little bit more
I'm waiting for that.
lighthearted compared to the Breaking Bad.
For those parts, remember, like in Breaking Bad, where like he needs to get the money to these people, and he goes back home, and like the money's gone because Skylar gave it to the guy, and he's just there, like just at this low point where it's like, oh, fucked.
Oh yeah.
How could this possibly get resolved?
Yeah.
The other one, when Jesse breaks into the house, he starts pouring gasoline on everything. And,
Oh, yeah.
and it's just like, what the fuck? Like I think it's gonna get there. You just gotta give it a little
Episode
time.
9.
Oh yeah, that's the other
apparently.
thing in the interview. Bob Odenkirk, he says, I think when viewers get to episode 9, they're gonna realize something about episode 9.
Really?
Yeah, he gives like episode 9's like a game changer or
That's
something.
good.
Yeah,
I like that.
I like that.
So
Like his style.
He could also be conning us too.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah,
he
it could be.
yeah,
Conning
he could
us,
be
yeah.
putting one over on
Maybe
us.
it's episode 6.
Episode after this
Little
preliminary.
flippy dippy.
After this opening, then he's back to that scene with the Kegels.
Yes, the Kegels.
The Kettlemans.
Yes,
the Kegels.
The
The Kegels boss. We decided on the Kegels.
Sorry, Vince.
Hey,
And
the wife's pretty hot.
You were,
She's a fucking.
yeah, but see, my first,
I didn't think she was that hot.
my first thought it was like, oh wow, yeah, that she's
Hot.
she's good looking. But then her personality, this manipulating, she's a manipulator who's a moron who found the meekest, most moronic idiot. I don't understand how this guy
He's got no balls.
is a trick.
At
No,
all.
it's-
he really
it's
does.
He's
pathetic.
totally
It is
spineless.
pathetic,
Totally
yeah.
spineless, the husband.
There
And
I
then
know.
they get. I love like the exchange with Bob Orton. He's like, I can't take a bribe, but I can take. Because they offer him money to kind
Right.
of like look the other way.
No, you were right. Last week's review, you were like, he's probably gonna struggle with that. But in my head,
But he didn't initiate.
in my head, I was
that.
like, "There's no way. I don't see
Yeah.
how you could possibly do that." But he does it, and they pull it off.
And so, yeah, he's like, I can take the money as a retainer, but they're like, no, because you look like a lawyer. You're a lawyer for guilty people.
Yeah.
So she insults him, and then in that moment, I was like, oh, don't take it and burn him.
I know,
now.
right,
Burn
yeah.
him.
And they
fuck
leave you
him.
hanging until the part where he's making like an
Later
expense
on,
account.
you see him, in his office, and he's like justifying everything.
Yeah,
and,
right.
he
love
would
that.
get the money for
Travel
it. It was hilarious. Yeah,
expenses.
travel expenses.
Miscellaneous
Yeah.
expenses.
Oh, so funny. And then, so he took the money, and but that's
did.
okay. That's all right.
And they set up this whole thing where like they went out camping impromptu, and for some reason kicked out their door.
oh
like
yeah,
that-
because it's a free country.
yeah. And now, so that case goes to the blonde lady. I forget her name.
Oh yeah, what's her name?
That, that
don't
law
know.
firm is now in charge
Anyway,
of the case.
so
After that, we get this awesome scene with Mike.
Apparently, though, names don't matter here. We could just assign her.
Well, the thing is, I always
her
suck with
name's
names.
Zoe.
well, no, names matter, but we just didn't remember them.
Zoe.
It's
You
not
don't
like
remember it either. You're ragging on us.
yeah.
Apparently, names don't matter with you two.
It's not like
Well,
Game,
that's what I'm
like
saying.
with
Who cares what her name is?
Game of Thrones is so easy to remember the characters because they all have nicknames. Everyone has like their own little,
The Hound,
Kingslayer, Hound,
Rob.
Snow, Rob, Ned, like very quick,
Yeah.
and so you just register that, and it's like so easy. After this is a great scene at the toll booth with Mike. I think I said it last week. He has like that great look, like I don't give a shit look.
Yeah.
And Saul tells him, "Yeah, you called it. You're right. So if you ever need any help with anything, well, let me know." And then he
Yeah, he's
closes
just
the
like,
window.
yeah, right. Go fuck
Ah.
yourself, basically. And then Saul goes in, and Nacho is out, and Saul's like kind of giving it to the cop, and he's like, you know, watch it, you're on thin ice. And then he tells Nacho like, we're watching you, and then Nacho's like, hey, you know, they were warned. Obviously, camping. He knows it's bullshit. Who told them to go camping? How
Yeah,
convenient is
exactly.
that? You ratted on me. And then Saul, I thought he handled it. You know, like again,
Oh, it
he
was
starts
like- he's trying to
lawyering.
be
It was
tough,
great,
yeah.
a great back and forth because there's definitely a point in that conversation. I was like, what could he possibly say? And then he comes back and he like explains to the guy, and then
was pretty
He took
good.
a stand, and I thought that the power really was
Shifted.
with Saul. Yeah,
yeah.
shifted
By
to
the end of it,
Saul.
Saul, really,
Yeah.
I think put in his head, and the guy silently walks away.
Yeah, and you did feel like, okay, I don't think that he's gonna wake up in the middle of the night when a bag is being put over his head. You know what I mean?
Not yet, at least.
Yeah.
He probably will.
Yeah. I mean, we forgot. I forgot about it for the rest of the episode. Anyway, I moved on, and it might come back like maybe in episode 9. Who
Consequences.
knows?
I was
But,
thinking about it when he was answering his answer machine. I thought maybe the first one would be him saying something. I don't know.
coming for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You better go camping. Nacho's coming. Nacho time.
Yeah, he loves.
Extra cheese.
Speaking, he loves his little vodka bottles. Speaking of that, boss brought back a gift from his trip.
Yeah.
From my trip. to
Nice.
Dominican
Some
Republic.
Black Label
Excellent
whiskey
Dominican Black Label whiskey.
and vodka I've never heard of, Gelsin.
Dominican. I
Russian
didn't know that
vodka.
Johnny. It's Yanni Walker.
So expect
Yanni.
once
The flute
once
guy?
That's the extent of my
once,
Spanish. Yeah, it's his picture on the bottle and of him walking.
I'm pretty sure once Oxnard's vodka and Dexter's whiskey have, done their job, the next review for Walking Dead will be excellent.
I will be the Walking Dead, like Rick said.
Hey, we're talking Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
I know.
Shut up!
Just saying.
This is vodka is
ready.
Boris Gelsin and has a blue diamond on
Did
it.
he Jilson into it?
Oh,
Oh man, she's making me Jilson.
Sounds like
quality
something like
entertainment.
putting gel in your hair. I'm Gelsin, bro.
I'm like Mud
you Jelsin?
I'm like Mud Jelsin. I'm so Jelsin.
It's a product of France, actually.
So is Grey Goose.
Oui, oui.
All right,
So it's not unusual.
Sponsorship. You wouldn't turn down an alcohol sponsor,
Yeah, come
right?
on, Jelsin.
No.
Yeah. What about cigarettes?
No.
Nah, I take them.
No, I
What?
don't turn anybody down.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. Doesn't mean I'll smoke them, but
The KKK.
Okay,
That's-
I
what are they
draw
gi-
the
what are
line
they
there.
giving us?
I don't know what they're
No,
doesn't
give
make
us-
any sense.
They're giving us money, and
For
they
what?
For what? What are they? What's their advertisement?
we have to speak highly of it, and
Oh, no,
And
cigarettes
join-
don't discriminate against people. I
Yeah,
don't think the KKK would want anything to do with us anyway.
exactly. What the?
what's a group or company?
They don't like. They're like
This message brought to you by Nazis.
yeah. Remember Hitler? Remember the golden days?
Oh God!
Jesus Christ!
What's the figure?
Don't tell
then?
them I'm married to a Jew.
What's the figure? The check. What's the number in the check?
It's Deutschmarks.
$10 billion. Yeah, it's,
10
it's useless Deutschmarks. You
Yeah.
have to bring a wheelbarrow full to buy a loaf of bread.
Right.
Inflation, bro. Thanks a lot, Treaty of Versailles.
Yeah.
God.
All right. He's in the nail salon and he likes little vodka bottles. That was my only note I wrote here. After this, he's the montage. He's getting a new suit. He's getting
Yeah.
like a pedicure.
Oh my
and his
God.
thing.
This whole process, I was like, what is going on?
I know,
and then
yeah.
you see him looking at the orange shirt, and like
Yeah,
the shirt
yeah,
of the
that's
future.
the shirt that, yes.
Yeah.
And then
yes,
I was
I
like-
thought he was
awesome.
prepping for. He's about to film his famous commercial, like "Better Call Saul," and that looks like it's on
Yeah, I
public
thought,
access.
I thought
he
he's
was
like- 'cause
prepping
he
for
says,
something like that too. Yeah.
This is like the rock that
Yeah.
will be my foundation, and
Build
so
my
or
church
something
on.
like that.
Yeah. What was it?
It's the rock that the foundation for building my church on, or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever, you get
It
the
was
gist of
better
it.
in the
Anyway,
show.
Barely
I'm
get
not
it.
complaining. I'm not trying to be the show. This is a horrible drunken
All right.
discussion.
All right, come on.
Shooting the shit. What do you expect? You want nuanced discussion?
So I had no idea what was going on, and then I thought he was like, and then he was getting like curling his hair, and he wanted to dye it. He was gonna dye it and everything.
He's basically making himself look exactly like Howard, the
that
guy
was
he hates.
hilarious to me. He
And
gets
that-
the exact same suit.
I liked when
The
he was
same
arguing about the hair dye with the lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love how he's naming all the types of fabrics, like
Right.
Oh,
He's
yeah, because
looking
I
it
was
up.
like, where did he
He's wrote
look?
it
Why,
down.
why is this so specific?
Yeah,
well, he takes out
exactly.
that little note.
Yeah.
So he like wrote it. I think at first he was trying to remember it to sound cool, but then he just gave up and took out the note.
And then I had no idea what was going on, and then you see the scene where it's the blonde woman. We'll call her Zoe.
Yeah. Zoe.
We're calling her Zoe now.
Zoe Kegel.
No, she's not a Kegel.
Oh, Zoe the blonde. Okay.
Yeah, Zoe the blonde.
Zoe blonde.
The Zoe blonde lawyer lady.
I called her bitch face last week.
All right,
face.
bitch face.
Which when I was
face.
listening to it again, it sounded a little mean.
Yeah, it is mean. You're a jerk. You mean it in an endearing way.
Yes.
Drink more
All right,
talent
now,
juice.
so anyway,
She's a
yeah.
bitch face.
So anyway,
I call my dog that.
She's calling Saul. She wants to talk to him. She's like kind of saying like, "Look, we'll hang out. I'll treat to dinner and a
Oh,
movie."
the thing is playing.
Yeah, oh yeah, which is an awesome.
Yeah.
I like that
She wanted
they
to
like
see
the
the
thing
thing.
because that's one of my favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Russell.
It is a good movie.
I love that movie. John Carpenter.
Hey, talk about John Carpenter a little more.
Yeah. Hey, you know he put an album out of like tonal music, like
Well, he makes
theme
his own music for his
yeah,
movies.
but he actually released an album.
I like his music. It's simple, but
Yeah.
I'll look that up.
Hey, Escape from New York. Music's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
I'll illegally download that.
Yeah.
With the
yeah.
original
Ghosts
Halloween.
of Mars, John Carpenter.
Yeah.
I like.
Oh,
Ghosts of
wait,
Mars.
was that? Yeah, that was John Carpenter, right?
Was it?
Or Wes Craven?
John Carpenter's Ghost.
did
Ghosts of Mars? I know has lots of heavy
He
metal.
did
music
John
and
Car. He
stuff
did
like
that vampire movie with fucking what's his name, James Woods. That terrible movie. Let's see. Come on, the fuck.
John Carpenter, yeah.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
nice call.
I like that movie. It's awesome. A lot of heavy metal. Ray Zombie's coming to get you.
He has a-
Ice Cube, eh?
They're not
Yeah,
really
Ice
zombies.
Cube.
They're like possessed,
Yeah,
by
no, they're
ghosts.
possessed, by the ghosts of Mars.
and they mutilate themselves.
We've talked about this before.
I love Ghosts of Mars.
I think we're officially running out of things to talk. We got to go out in the world and
Just
do
saying.
things.
He mentioned it. He brought it up.
So we have more
We're just
stories.
sitting in a basement watching TV shows, talking about all the other TV shows we've watched in reference to this new one.
And people love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then what's his name? Hamlin? Is that the guy's name?
Howard.
Yeah, Hamlin, I think. Yep.
No, but is that Howard Hamlin, or
Hamlin.
something?
Howard Hamlin, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hamindigo?
HMM or something.
Or something?
Right?
Yeah.
HMM
No, but that's
is its initials.
yeah, because McGill is one of the
Hamlin
is one of the
something
M's.
McGill.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, he comes in and he's like, "Do you have a second? Can you take a ride with me?" And they go out and you see the billboard, and I could not believe it. That was so hilarious.
That was funny.
It was the he's
Right,
like
the way
the
his
exact
path to work.
He looks so
looks
ridiculous.
exactly like him. The same look. That was such a great idea on his part.
Yeah, Howard Hamlin.
Yeah. Oh my god. And then so then they give a cease and desist letter to Saul. To Saul, and
Cease and desist
here's a
litter. It's
litter
just
of cease and desist puppies
It's
for
a bunch
you.
of puppies with like a little sign.
With letters stapled to them. So then,
Please don't copy our logo.
and then they have I love when they're in the judge's chambers talking about it.
Well, she's insisting to him, is like, it's personal. It's definitely personal. It's like, it's not personal. He's like, this is serious. You're going to take this seriously? Yeah, I love that in front of the lawyer, and the guy's explaining to her, like, I feel like I'm in a mirror.
Oh,
and
it's a Groucho Marx.
skit.
Yeah. And then he's like, we've been using this logo for 12 years, along with the
was the
Him
color?
Indigo Blue.
Yeah, Him
or
Indigo
something.
Blue,
Him
right.
Indigo Blue. He's like, you trademarked that? It's like, what the hell? It's like, what a douchebag.
know.
Oh, it's hilarious.
That's right. And then he's on the phone for a while trying to get, like, media attention
Right.
about his story. And then the woman walks by. She has,
She's
a
wearing like a
It's
college
University of
sh-
New Mexico
college shirt
and
that
so
has
it's
the same
like, oh,
font.
okay.
All right.
Yeah.
school newspaper.
Yeah, and he gets these shitty college kids
Yeah.
with some recording equipment to help him out.
They're
the
funny.
shot.
And you see the guy taking the billboard down. He's recording, he's playing, we were talking about before, so he's like acting like a victim in front of the billboard. And like,
So I wonder
big
what-
laws. I'm just a guy trying to, I was told America was a place where dreams come true and you can make it your own way. And this big corporation is trying to hurt me now, you know. And then the guy falls off and he's dangling there by his protective strap.
Now, I was just curious, what was the cue for the guy to fall? Because obviously he had to do his whole spiel.
Yeah, he's probably looking, maybe.
I don't know. They may have timed it. They may
Well,
have said,
I wanted to rewatch it
He's probably
to see
looking
if there
back.
was a cue. Because how would that guy
'cause
know?
he does look back.
Yeah, he does.
Like Saul's looking back. Like,
Yeah, maybe there is a cue.
So the guy's just kind of there, like looking behind his shoulder.
see,
and
I kept waiting for Saul was trying to time it where the billboard screen, like, you know, comes down. Like the guy successfully pulls it down,
Right.
and it's timed with what Saul's saying for like a dramatic effect. Do you see like they're tearing down the billboard? Was not expecting this guy to fall off.
I don't know, because that seems like an extremely dangerous plan, especially
know.
when he's climbing. I was getting vertigo watching it. I was like, oh.
Well, they tricked me again. So then Saul is like, call 911. He races over there. He climbs up there. He struggles it, but he pulls the guy up and helps him. And the guy is like an asshole. He's like, took you long enough. And I was
Right.
like, what
Yeah,
a
yeah,
fucking
exactly.
jerk. And then they like give each other like a secret
Yeah,
high five.
yeah, handshake,
and I
and
was
you're
like,
like-
oh my God, they did it again to
and
me.
you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not an
And I was
asshole.
I
like,
got fooled.
genius.
Yeah,
And then
definitely.
you see on the news back at the big law firm, they're watching, and then Hamlin's like, oh, this has to be a stunt. But you can see everybody there is like eating it up. And she, bitch face, or Zoe blonde lawyer lady,
I know I'm gonna get fooled
Is
a
eating
lot
it up.
more too. I don't think I'm ever gonna catch on.
oh, never.
I'm gonna keep missing.
Like,
the
they're always
cons.
going to keep tricking
Yeah.
us. And
Oh,
we'll
right,
fall
right.
for it every time. But that's fine with me.
That's good, yeah. I like being fooled.
I like being along for the
I'm a
ride.
glutton for being fooled.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
I fool him all the time.
I think he's
With
my
the same
friend.
tricks.
Thinks we're recording right now.
He's too dumb to fall for it.
That's whale sounds on the computer monitor.
They're humping.
So after all that,
Sounded like the music from Psycho.
he goes back to his office,
Yeah.
checks his messages, and finally 7 new messages.
Oh, but also he had gone to Chuck,
This is at the
trying
end.
to hide the fact.
This is the end. Yeah, that's the last scene.
What you said.
No.
No. Chuck
Messages,
is the
then
last
Chuck.
thing.
No, it's not.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
just
the
watched-
messages
we
is
just
the
watched
last
the
thing.
episode.
I just watched the episode too.
Nah, messages. And
Oh no, you're right. I'm sorry.
Man.
For some reason, I thought messages was the last
Hi,
thing.
Jack.
No. They cut to commercial.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
after that. So, because I was like, oh man, I can't wait to hear these messages. But they cut it out. I guess it doesn't even
I don't know how I didn't realize.
The point is he's
Yeah.
getting jobs now. He's utilizing this newfound money.
Oh yeah, he goes to Chuck and he's like, "Oh, I got 3 consultations this morning alone." And
He doesn't want Chuck to know that he
good.
did this ploy.
Which is
to
why
media.
he took the local paper.
Yeah.
Because he's on one of the pages of the Metro News section.
front page.
Yeah. And
Page 6.
front page of page
Chuck
6.
just has to go out to get that paper.
Well, the guy, obviously, I looked up what he
must
has.
love that
he has
paper.
electrophobia, a fear of electricity.
That's a real thing.
It's a real thing,
I'm
yeah.
surprised that he doesn't live out like in the middle of the desert in a shack.
Maybe he's afraid
Yeah,
he
me
can't get
too.
that far.
Well, because his plan
because
was
there's
always
no
to go.
power lines out there then.
His plan was always to go back, I guess, back to the law firm, but this just became such an overbearing thing. And also the OCD of it is what compelled him to go out there to get the paper, because he's used to reading these certain papers every day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had to have it.
So he puts on his big
was a cool
tinfoil
scene.
blanket.
Yeah, space blanket or something.
And that part was trippy.
Yeah,
Like, when
it
he goes
was
outside, I was
trippy.
like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I thought something really bad was going to happen.
Yeah, I
thought he was
gonna
gonna hit by a car,
I thought
yeah.
she
He
was gonna
almost
get nailed.
did.
Yeah. But then the old lady's just looking at him, and he looks like this just
He puts $5 under a rock in the driveway and takes the paper.
that was supposed to be funny, right? After that intense
Yeah,
sound
it
effects and
was.
stuff, and the
Yeah.
lady's looking at him, and you
He's
just see this
waddling
crazy
away.
person.
Yeah,
Looks
I
like
thought it was fun.
one
And
of
she's
the
just
hobbits
looking at
running
him.
away with the club. You know?
Don't you know you're Sam? Yeah, it looked hilarious. And she's just like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Another crazy.
He's probably done that before. That's why she wasn't reacting.
Yeah,
or
Oh,
something.
maybe.
he has.
I wouldn't be
Maybe he
surprised.
has, right,
Yeah.
No, yeah, it is
Yeah,
weird.
I wonder, like, if everybody in the neighborhood knows.
Well, you have to notice that there's one
he's-
house on the block that at
always
night
dark.
is always
Yeah.
dark, and the guy never leaves. His car's there. Or
And you
something.
see, like, people putting their stuff into the mailbox before they go in and grounding themselves.
grounding themselves.
Oh, man.
No, it was interesting. If you read up on electrophobia, yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah,
I wonder what happened to Chuck though. Was he like maybe
what made him like that?
maybe he was like electrocuted or something,
Maybe.
or maybe he witnessed like a client go to the chair or something like
Yeah,
that.
maybe he had to witness an execution for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
I bet we'll find out.
It's gonna be something
Eventually.
out of nowhere. And
Or
dark.
maybe Saul maybe had something to do, is related to why.
Maybe it
Yeah,
was
maybe something he did is related to it.
Maybe it was a static kiss.
it was a really bad date.
Fucked him up big time, man.
Struck by lightning. He's just out in a storm. What happened?
Sometimes that happens with my dog. If I like rub my
When you
feet
kiss
on
her?
the carpet, no,
Struck by lightning?
because my
You guys
dog
have static
because
kisses.
my dog doesn't really kiss. It just puts its nose close to my face.
I don't think any dog
and
kisses.
when it gets
My dog kisses.
yeah, his dog kisses. Come on,
Oh, yeah.
his dog
Like lip to lip
molests
kiss.
your face.
Lick.
No.
No, it's all over. Bites.
Full body.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of kisses you guys are used to, but
And it's
Well,
like a big, fat, slow moving tongue. It's
But
'cause
my
it's a
dog
French bulldog.
has done that. Where it gets
It's
really,
not like a flicky tongue.
it gets really close to my face, and it just gets shocked. It's like
I think isn't that like how
maybe that's what happened to Chuck.
like
exactly.
there was I had seen something or heard something where it was like wolves or something. They don't like they show affection. You know how like you like hug a dog and you're like over. They like don't obviously like don't do that whatever. But what they do is they put like they're like noses like to each other's like lips and they sniff that area. That's like how that's like their equivalent or something. So maybe she's doing something like that to you, but then it shocks you.
Probably just to smell like what the other dog was eating, the other wolf.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Oh, meat again. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elk.
What's that? Yeah.
More elk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I like
it's
elk.
Good. Yeah.
Chuck finds out what Saul did. He reads the paper.
Yeah.
Yep.
The end.
Bum, bum, bum.
What does that mean?
Well, he's disappointed because
maybe he'll care.
Saul was lying up and down.
But also, it's he thinks
about-
it's still like his law firm too. So maybe he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Well, he had agreed with Hamlin because Hamlin had been there in the first episode about not practicing under the name McGill because it's very confusing, and he was taking the side of the big law firm. And then, I mean, it's he's obviously the main thing he's going to be disappointed in Saul is that he clearly lied to him about how just been working hard, just ingenuity, clean living,
Yeah.
and you were right, it all paid off. And then obviously that's not true, and he knows that he purposely didn't bring the paper in so he wouldn't find out. So
Yep.
I mean, those are the things that would be the obvious things that he's going to be upset about.
Yeah.
There might be other underlying issues that we'll find out about, but I mean, also he's something that this is not the first time that Chuck's been disappointed by Saul.
Right.
As we saw in the previous episode with the flashback when he helps him, kind of bails him out. It's always Saul's always like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna do the thing, almost like like an addict, this is good for me, I'm gonna get cleaned up, what I mean?
Yeah,
They're just
yeah.
saying what they need to say so they can get what they want, and then and move on and go back to the way things were. So it's kind of like that again to him. So we'll see what happens. But man, what a hilarious and what an awesome episode.
I wonder where Saul went to law school.
Oh yeah, where did he go?
Didn't he mention in the commercial?
shitty-
In the PSA, whatever he was doing? He mentioned he went to school and...
Well,
said that-
Well, he
In this
mentioned
episode?
he worked
Yeah.
or he paid himself through school or something.
Oh, so he probably didn't mention
I don't think they've ever said they've never said where he's gone to law school. He might not have even actually gone. Maybe
I think
just-
he did. He has to have.
Do you have to? This is going to be a stupid question. Do you have to have gone to law school to take the bar exam?
I think the bar exam, I think that's like the final thing you
That's
do.
like it's like the praxis.
I don't know.
Or like
can
you
I
have
just,
to
like-
have a degree in law to take the bar.
I'm not sure.
I know you have to pay money to take the bar.
Because in Catch Me If You Can, he just studied 2 weeks and took the bar and passed.
Okay, so maybe it's just a fee you take.
Maybe he just passed the bar or did something to pass the bar. Or,
Yeah.
solved his way in there. It's all good, man.
Yeah.
It's all good, man.
Yeah, so maybe good point with the Catch Me If You Can. I forgot
Yeah.
about that. That wasn't as stupid question as I thought it was going to be.
Or maybe he just conned his way into the test like he did.
Well, that's what I mean. Maybe he
Get
could
through
have.
law school.
Like you see him.
Yeah, so
all
maybe
these-
you have to. I don't know.
Uh,
Maybe it's an easy Google search.
oh yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
like
but
I like the mystery
Yeah, I like
sometimes
the
in my life.
mystery of it.
Yeah.
I'd like to know that you could just
Yeah.
go in and take it and be a lawyer.
Yeah. Sure, why not? Could do the same
You want
thing
to be
with
a doctor?
Yeah, do
take
the same
this
thing
test.
with the MCATs. $50. See how you do.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No,
That doesn't sound right.
that doesn't sound right at all. Maybe in some countries.
Quick, we need a surgeon. Take this exam.
Yeah.
The cheapest fee to take the exam, $575.
For the bar?
That's not much.
For the bar.
I don't think.
Yeah, you spend that much money.
Considering what you paid to go to law school.
Yeah, and then you take it and you fail. You know,
Be like Danny DeVito in The Rainmaker.
most expensive.
Took it like
That's
6
expensive,
times.
but there's a lot of other tests I think that are expensive.
most
Or
expensive.
no, wasn't that My Cousin Vinny? How many times did he take it? 6 or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Most expensive for December 15th is $1,425.
What?
Yeah,
Why does it change?
I don't know.
What's the difference?
Admission of graduates of accredited and unaccredited institutions.
Oh, see, unaccredited.
Yeah. It's like not going to school at all.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you don't. Yeah, you went to a college and nobody acknowledges that degree means anything.
I went to Gypsy
Obviously
Queen
many-
University.
I'm from the school of the streets.
Obviously, our audience
My
is filled
diploma.
with
It's a 9 mil.
our audience is filled with many lawyers and
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Claire
Smart.
Gray will know.
yeah, she probably took the bar. and-
No, they're
watches
barristers.
this show.
She's a barrister. She has the wig and everything.
Yeah.
Objection.
To pass the bar, you stamp your hand on the table.
Wasn't that where the bar came from? It was something like that, like lawyers, like
go
you
go
were
to
allowed-
bars.
No, yeah, no, something like that. You actually passed this bar physically,
Like
to
limbo?
go to sit where the other the people who had done this thing were. So
Okay.
you reached that status, so you sat in this area, so you passed this bar to get there. So
Okay.
that's why I was like the bar. Anyway,
All right, comments. We
that
have
could be
comments.
complete bullshit. By the way.
Comments.
Hope you like to read, Dexter,
Oh shit!
because
well,
I don't feel like reading because
All right.
I suck.
You do suck at reading.
I suck at reading out loud. I just mumble and fumble and
Bumble and tumble.
Gumble.
You're stupid. All right, hold
Drink
on
your
here.
vodka. Shut up.
what?
Nothing.
Nothing. You're a great guy.
I poisoned their alcohol.
That's what I'm thinking. Feeling woozy.
X-Lax.
Okay, episode.
That's how you poison us with X-Lax.
They're gonna need toilet pants, ladies and
All right,
gentlemen.
who am I starting with here? Viper?
Viper.
Holy cow. All right. Should I talk like a snake the whole time?
You can keep it going.
Only one prediction so far, and it might be an obvious one. I don't think I should sustain
do it
that.
No,
quick.
you
It'll take
have
too
to
long.
now.
You have to do
You're
it quick.
into it.
Chuck will die at some point. Maybe not in this season. And it will be one of many huge turning points for Saul. Have to agree, so far the show just gets better and better. There must be a pun somewhere there.
What's the pun?
It's somewhere and better and better. Anyone else wonder what Tuco is doing during this time? His friend, associate, possible family member is in jail?
What do you think?
what
What's
is he
Tuco doing?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Probably with
He's probably doing his own thing. I think
doing meth.
Yeah, probably. Oh, that's a given. He's doing drugs
He has
somewhere.
no idea his
Yeah.
friend's not there.
Yeah, Nacho
He's
is just...
high.
what's going on? Makes me angry. What the fuck? Biznatch.
Is he just preoccupied with that old high-maintenance hag Biznatch? Find out next time. Maybe.
This guy knows something we don't.
I thought Hank was just going through sort of a PTSD-driven, bedridden midlife crisis.
Now, this is because last week I asked you if his obsession with the minerals had anything to do with the meth, since they're both crystalline, like crystals.
Right, why did he suddenly... Because he had been injured and was like a paraplegic,
Yeah,
basically. And so he became so preoccupied and obsessed with the mineral. So, we were curious. So...
Right.
Bedridden midlife crisis, and needed something to focus on since he couldn't work. With Vince Gilligan, everything seems to mean something. I don't really know what to think of it, but here's a thread on Reddit with quite a few interesting takes on it.
Yeah, I read through it. It was
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah.
What did it say?
No, so basically what we were saying, because he's such an obsessive guy who needs something to preoccupy his mind, and
It was like him evolving in the way he was like thinking too.
Yeah.
It was like,
No one likes Skylar. They set it up to make her look annoying and intrusive, as we're supposed to be sympathetic. It gets cut off for some reason.
Walter's viewpoint.
To Walter's viewpoint.
I'll just read the rest.
yeah. I don't know why it's not showing me the rest.
Let me try and do this voice.
Shit, I don't like her. I just realized, though, when you think about it, she's had a pretty shitty life from the beginning of Breaking Bad onward. If only she put a little more oomph into those awkward hand jobs. Maybe everything would be different.
So,
So it's like-
very fruity snake.
So it's like the episode of South Park where he becomes obsessed with Food Network, and then the second his wife gives him a hand job, he stops caring. That's Breaking Bad. All he needed was a good hand job from his wife. Oh, an old fashioned.
You hear that, ladies?
Who's next?
Amazing, Larry.
The end of this episode was intense. Get it? That was it.
And then
Good joke.
I replied, "We do, but relax, you're too tense."
Yeah, we don't even need to
And the
read
guy
that
said,
part.
"Don't be so campy."
We don't need to read that stuff.
That's gonna be it.
Who's next?
Job 187. That's the only one.
All right.
Is it Job?
You were right about Dr. Strangelove, Duxter. The extreme seriousness of a potential nuclear holocaust, coupled with the time era that the movie was released and Kubrick's attention to authentic details, set a very dark backdrop upon which every quirky behavior, like the general's chewing gum spree in the command room,
Common room.
and goofy scenario made the whole experience very surreal. This one is up there.
Spitting on my phone.
I was hiding it from you so you didn't see it.
Well,
I'll
you
wipe
did
it off
too.
when I'm finished.
Oh.
I wipe it off now.
Do you have a wipe?
I'm sorry.
Clorox?
I was gonna do that secretly.
I do have Clorox wipes.
This-
I have alcohol
Break
there,
them
too.
out.
This one is up there with some of the best comedies I've ever seen. But with that said, I can easily see how some people would find it hard to like the movie, since a lot of its value depends on the viewer being able to immerse himself into the narrative and the seriousness of the situation.
Not a comment about
sentence.
Better Call Saul. Hold on.
I need
He doesn't like my spit on his phone for some reason.
I don't know
Want
why.
me to lick
I
it
don't know
off?
what's wrong with me? Yeah.
Want me to lick the spit off? Dip it in the whiskey.
Oh, that's true. I should just put some whiskey on it.
Yeah.
It's like a Civil
a
War.
cure-all.
It's like a Civil War
Rubbing
remedy.
alcohol right there.
Put some
Okay.
whiskey, wipe it off.
Well, we don't know what kind of weird disease you got in.
I got
the
every
Dominican Republic.
disease.
Yeah.
That's the,
Some weird
that's the
tropical
problem.
worm beast
Yep.
living in your intestines as we
You don't
speak.
even know about it. It's waiting. It's incubating. It's like Alien. It's just gonna burst through your chest.
What do we do? His eyes roll back. his head snaps back, and then this worm starts crawling.
Oh my god! And the rest of his body just starts like to shiver and shake. And oh my god! Oh, that would be
A great episode.
Of shooting the shit.
yeah, shooting the shit. That's what gives us the cred we need.
Yep.
All right, that was everything.
All right. Well,
Thanks for your comments.
thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed Dr. Strangelove. I think it's something that everyone should watch and that everyone can enjoy.
Maybe one day I'll watch
Even if you don't fully immerse yourself, I think you can find it humorous.
Yeah, but fully immerse yourself. It's Kubrick. He
amazing.
demands attention.
Immersion.
Yes. Any other predictions?
I don't know. It kind of left us with just maybe some brother conflict. I don't know what else is going to happen.
I thought it was a positive that Chuck left the house.
Yeah, I guess
Like that's kind of a
I didn't know
step.
he could leave either.
I think,
so.
well, I think he's also going to be mad at Saul because you made me leave to go get the paper.
Yeah. My fear was that he was going to get hit by a car and die, and then Saul now
Or
has that in
imagine
his
he
head.
gets electrocuted. How ironic would that be?
That'd be
That's probably
hilarious.
what's going to happen. Yeah.
He's got that metal blanket.
Yeah, right.
He's got a tinfoil blanket on.
He's
Just asking for
it's a
it.
human baked potato.
He's like, oh, the paper's out there. It's a thunderstorm. He's like, oh, I have to go.
I would just
He has to
hide.
run into a sour cream factory, and after he's baked, they pour it on him, and for some reason a chive
He
vendor.
falls into a chive.
Chive vendor is there, and he trips with a tray of chives.
I would.
I'm chives. I don't know why he's German.
There's a pepper guy there for some reason.
It's just, and then like a butter truck falls on top of him.
delicious.
Yeah,
And Saul's crying and eating him at the same time.
it's so delicious. He's crying because he can't believe how
Better
tasty
call
it is.
Saul. Vince Gilligan went insane.
Emmy, please. All right.
So
Hope you enjoyed our.
yeah, leave your
review,
comments, leave your
discussion,
ideas
drunk
for
talk.
I don't think it can be
not
qualified as a review.
No, not a review.
It's a discussion.
anymore.
the discussion. I always name it discussion.
Oh,
Yeah,
check us out on Facebook. I'm on Facebook.
yeah, boss has now
Oh, yeah.
dedicated himself fully to Facebook.
Yeah.
So thank God, because we were never going to step up on that.
Finally.
I'm
what
on
year is it?
every day.
Oh man.
When work gets
About-
boring, boss is on shooting the shit Facebook.
This should be your work.
Exactly.
Maybe one day.
Oh, it's work.
Yeah.
Believe me.
Hanging out with these guys, it's work.
Editing this, Oxnard, STS
And
Oxnard.
STS Dexter.
See ya.
Bye.
You want to say Twitter?
At Pilkin